Okay, guys, please confirm if you can see and if you can hear me, please. Okay, this is the lecture 5 which I'm going to start. It's a very small lecture and it concerns the few chart patterns that I want you to learn, and then I want to talk about the risk and money management at the end. And this would be the end of the basic training course that I've developed for everyone, and which I want you to focus on, practice, um, go back and prove yourself to be profitable using this course that I've given you for at least the consecutive period of 5 to 6 months, and then come back to me if you want to learn anything else, other harmonic patterns, chart patterns, Elliott waves, Andrew Pitchfork, any indicators, anything. Yes, at least you need to show me the consistency of 5 to 6 months. That's what I'm aiming for. So nothing before April, but that's what I'm expecting. Um, the training that I've started is I've talked about when I began the training. I did talk about the primary analysis and the secondary analysis. Now we learned the primary analysis in the first 3 lectures, which was the price action analysis, which was support and resistance, supply demand, candlesticks analysis. Now, what the primary analysis does it teaches you how to follow the price action. It teaches you how to follow the price action, and also the primary analysis is also known as trading with naked charts without any indicators, without any harmonic patterns, chart patterns, purely trading the price action. What the price action is telling you exactly that what you're trading. So the first 3 lectures concerns the primary analysis, and that is the key here, and that would always remain the key of our training. Then I teach you in the first 3 lectures how to follow the price action, but that's what the most important factor is. And then I did added the secondary analysis, which was in lecture 4 and 5, and today is the 5th lecture, and which concerns the analytic tools which can help you to predict the price action. Tools like indicators, we learned about the RSI, relative strength index. It shows you the divergence. You can use stochastic, you can use MACD, would show you the same thing. Our selected RSI, it's easier to see the divergence on it. It's pretty clear. Hence, I've selected that analytic tool. Also, you can use the RSI to see the relative strength index. Yeah, these are lagging indicators. These are not leading indicators. And by lagging indicators, I mean they develop with the price action. Lagging indicator. And what the leading indicators mean, anything which could lead you uh, and show you the future, and not relying. It doesn't rely on the price action. Ichikomi cloud are the leading indicator, guys. It's not a lagging indicator. It is Japanese method was introduced in the late 18th century, guys. If you want to learn from me, again, as I said, go back, prove yourself for 6 months. You can trade and come back to me, guys. There's no point in adding all of these stuff on your charts, because that will make your charts overcrowded and you will forget to focus. You will get lost to focus on the factors which are important, which is price action. Trust me. I did show you the tools and secondary tools to predict the price action out of the harmonic patterns. I've selected the ABCD pattern only. The reason was because all other harmonic patterns, bat, gallery, crab, all of them contains the leg ABCD. They have just add on of its leg X. So as long as you can predict the leg ABCD, you shouldn't have any problems to trade any of the other indicators, chart harmonic patterns if it's needed. But then again, you don't need to focus on the point X. In reality, all you need is to focus on ABC, which would be retracement, BC is your retracement, and CD is your expansions, which is one of the harmonic patterns, guys. Today I'm going to talk about the chart patterns, which few chart patterns which I believe are very important, and they can also tells you the projection, the possible projection and possible future movement of the market. So again, they are leading. They're not leading. They are secondary analysis, an analytic tool which can predict the market. Again, it's always based on probabilities, not certainty. It's not definitive, and you need to understand it can. There will always be possibility the price might not go into direction of what the analytic tool is specifically telling you, i.e. the chart pattern, guys. You need to precisely understand, guys, you using a secondary tool does not mean that the price will go into the direction of that tool, guys. So you always remember this, guys. Or the price can eventually go into the direction of that analytic tool. It could be a chart pattern, harmonic pattern, but before that the price might range, price might go into the opposite direction for a couple of hundred pips for a long period of time, weeks, days, and then eventually go into the direction of the tool, analytic tool. So you cannot just trade based on the projections, based on the projections made by that specific analytic tool, guys. Your trading will always be based on the primary analysis. Entries and exits will always be based on the primary analysis. Analytic tool, if showing you a certain directional bias, that is only an add-on that you will keep in back of your mind, but it will never remain the primary factor what you're trading, guys. So guys, do you understand what I'm trying to say and speak on here? Please say yes if you guys understand, please.
Yes.
What I'm saying is very important because you need to balance this up with that. I'm giving you another ammunition here, but then again, if you forget the significance of the early ammunition that I've given you, which is the primary analysis, then trust me, you will never be able to win this battle, guys. It is the primary analysis, it is the price action analysis that would always remain the supreme, that will always remain the essence, that always remains the king. And the secondary analysis is nothing more than more than an add-on, guys. Just to give you an example, guys. To give you an example, guys, you had a leg A, B, and then from BC, you establish BC, and then CD has started, and this is your projections, guys. So that's what your projection is based on this analytic tool, which is Fibonacci expansion, and this is also harmonic chart pattern, which is A, B, C, D, right, guys? Now the trade had started, the leg started from here, and your projections are that the price will go eventually to these levels, guys. The problem is you cannot trade with based on this analytic tool, just based on this analytic tool. The problem is before the price completes its journey based on the projections made by the specific analytic tool, the price may go down few hundred pips, up again, down again few hundred pips, guys, then again, up again, down again few hundred pips. So as a trader, you cannot be trading in a way that your trade is going few couple of hundred pips into negative and then back into before it she's going to hit the specific projection targets, guys. That's not the way, because as a trader we want to be very specific and precise with our entries. We can't afford to have the drawdown, increased drawdown. So regardless of the prices went to the directional bias of my projections, but it can never act as a reason for me only to take the trade into that specific direction, because the price can, before the price goes to that specific directional targets, The price can remains into a consolidation. The price can travel into the opposite direction. Few couple of hundred pips, guys. The price can remain into opposite direction of that bias made by the analytic tool for few hundred pips for few weeks and days. So you can't trade based on exactly. You can't trade based on the secondary analytic tool which is making the projection, guys. You can only use it as a reference that yes, eventually the price will go to these levels. But then as far as your entries are concerned, your exits are concerned, it is the primary analysis that's what always act as the supreme leader, will always act as a dictator, like always act as the president, and you need to follow that president, dictator, and the supreme leader instead of following the analytic tool when it comes to entries and exits, guys. Guys, please confirm if you understand what I've been saying, please. It is really important the discussion I'm having because trust me, the tool itself isn't important. The understanding, the balance of those tools are very important. So, guys, if you fail to balance these tools, then forget the secondary and analytic tools for a few days, weeks, and months, and just focus on the primary analysis, guys. Because remember, if 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 you add on and you get lost into that add on and forget the primary analysis, which was the prime objective and the focal, then trust me, there's no point in using those that add on, which can which forgets you, which diverts your attention to focus on the primary analysis, guys, while trading. So please only use the add on, the secondary analysis add on, if you can really balance it together. If you can't balance this together, trust me, there isn't need for it. There is no point of trading with it, because remember, at the end of the day, it is the primary analysis that which give you the certainty and the definitiveness, and not the secondary analytic tool, because the primary analysis, the price action analysis, teaches you how to follow the price action, which always remains high probability, instead of the secondary analytic tool, which teaches you how to predict the price action. So guys, this is the very important what I've been saying, and please follow this what I've been saying, guys. Say yes if you guys completely understand what I've been saying, importance of balancing this, and that is the key right now, not those chart patterns that I'm going to show you, because remember, there will be chart patterns, but the problem arises before these chart patterns broke into the directional bias of those specific chart patterns, guys. It might take weeks, days, months. It might take the price to travel in the opposite direction, couple of hundred pips before the price opens up into the directional bias of those specific chart patterns. So you can't be just remain staying in those trades just based on those specific chart patterns, guys. You need specific entries. So guys, please confirm if you completely understand what I've been saying, you agree with me what I've been saying before I move on further. All of you, please. Okay. Guys, the few chart patterns that I want you to learn, let's commence with the first one. I'm going to just teach you a few of them, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, each chart pattern comprises of support and resistance level, guys. When the support and resistance make a specific shape, we have given those shapes a certain names for us to understand, for us as a retail trader to identify, for us as a retail trader to 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 see, for our eyes to see those specific shapes, which are nothing other than just support and resistance. The first thing to take out of this, guys, all these chart patterns are nothing but support and resistance, and you trade support and resistance based on what, guys? The price break, a retest, and then you take an entry. Understand what I've been saying, guys? Do you understand? So remember, in reality, there are no chart patterns. They are just support and resistance. We have given the certain support and resistance shapes, specific names for us to trade, for us as a retail trader, to make it easier to identify on our charts, guys. And that is it, nothing else. Understand? That is it, nothing else. They are just support and resistance. The most important point of all is this: do not forget and lost yourself in what? In in these chart patterns, they are nothing but support and resistance. So everybody understand this. Let me give you an example. When they say the break of a neckline, the break of a neckline, that neckline is what? In head and shoulder, the break of the neckline is the entry. That's what they say of that specific chart pattern. Guys, what is neckline then? Come on. What is neckline? Come on. Anyone? Head and shoulder. Support, exactly. What did inverted head and shoulder neckline mean? What it is? Inverted head and shoulder. Resistance, exactly. So guys, you need to understand all chart patterns are nothing but support and resistance. Do not forget yourself. You get lost into this. And you cannot trade a neckline. You cannot trade a neckline without, you cannot trade a specific resistance and support level unless and until the price breaches, retest, and then you take an entry. Make sense, guys? Exactly. Do you make sense? So do not forget and get lost in that bloody specific chart pattern and forget the concepts behind them, which is what support and resistance. Make sense? It's all about support and resistance, guys. Understand, everyone? Very important what I'm saying right now, guys. This is a problem everybody has while trading those chart patterns. They get lost into these chart patterns so much, they get inspired by them so much that they forget the basics, which is what the support and resistance of which they're made up of. So for us, for retail traders to catch our eye on the charts, we have given certain support and resistance shapes specific names, and that's what we call the chart patterns. And that's all, guys. It's everybody agrees, understands completely. Please, guys, say yes. Okay, the first of all, I'm going to start with double tops and double bottoms, guys. We have learned this in lecture 2, I think, when we spoke about the entries, if you guys remember. So guys, the double bottoms first look like W, guys. And the double tops, guys, I'm going to be quick on this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's pretty simple. It's not a science. It's a pretty simple science. It's not any magic. So I'm gonna be quick on this. I'm gonna give you the main points which you need to keep in mind while trading those patterns, and that's all you need. And double tops, guys, looks like M. So does everybody understand this? Double top bottoms forms at support, guys, and double tops forms at resistance. Guys, in double bottoms, pretty simple. The price comes and touch the support level once, it rises, it comes back and touch the support level again, guys. Remember this. The second touch can maximum be at the same exact level as the first one. Understand, guys? It can be on the same level as the first one. It can finish prior before where the first touch ends. So it can be here. It can be anywhere around these levels. It can be anywhere around these levels before the price shoots up to the upside. So when we talk about double bottoms, it doesn't specifically means the price will go all the way down to hit the support, guys. The price can reject prior to hitting the support near that level, near those levels, and can start rising to the upside, guys. So guys, do you understand this? Try to understand this, right? The price comes back, it can reject anywhere around these levels, ideally exactly hitting a support level, guys, and that's then start rising. Make sense? Guys, your confirm entry arises when the price breaches this. That's where your entry is. That's where your entry is. That is where the exact entry is, guys. Understand? Does everybody understand this? Aggressive entry could be on the double bottom, guys. So on this rejection, this is aggressive entry. That is aggressive entry. That is conservative entry, guys. Understand, everyone. I teach you guys. You can use the reference lines like this. You can use the reference line like this. This is your reference line like this, guys. Remember, support and resistance. Based your trade on double bottoms. Do you guys understand? If you take an entry here, your stop loss has to be below this reference line. If you take an entry here, obviously your stop loss will be below this. Where would I take this, Jordan? What? If I take a trade here, which is an aggressive trade on double bottom, guys, if I see a rejection candle here and take a trade, my stop loss has to be below this, right? So I'm going to have this reference line. What I talked about earlier today. Make sense? Blind reference line. Jordan, Gerard, everybody understand this? And if I'm taking a trade, for instance, here, obviously I'll always have this reference line, which will act as a key for me to get out of the trade if the price breaches. But then again, you need to add these reference lines as well, guys. And your stop loss, if you enter here, would be below this. Make sense? Everybody understand this? It's pretty simple, guys. So guys, do not apply your mind whilst trading. Just follow the rules what I'm giving you right now. Trust me, 8 out of 10 times you will be right, and the 2 times which you won't be right, you'll have very small losses. So just focus on this. The best trade when you take at a support level, point of reaction support level, guys, is on a double bottom, guys. It confirms an extraordinary investment provided by the institutions, guys. It confirms the second hit or the third hit confirms that there is a lot of money on a specific level, accumulation of investment by the buyers before the price start its journey to the upside. So remember, double bottoms are very strong reversal patterns, guys. They are very small reversal patterns. So please look for double bottoms and double tops before taking the trade. And that's my advice is. It's 7 out of 10 times you will see them happening on the charts, because the price to take a journey reversal from any specific level, any specific major level, guys, it needs investments, at least a lot of money, and the price keep on going towards that support level because investors, to make more investment, wanted the price to be exactly at that attractive level near that support, right? So hence the market always comes back, seek more investment, and then take this journey to the upside. So the price came in, the first investors came in, they went up, seek more investment. The new investors say, bring the price down again, we will make an investment. Because why did you make an investment here? And why the hell we made an investment on these levels? We wanted the investment at a pretty attractive level. So they bring the price down again, more investment comes in, and then the price rises. So when the double bottoms and tops forms at a certain specific level, guys, trust me, it means an injection of spare money, extraordinary money, right? And there are very strong reversal patterns. So does everybody understand? Say yes, please. Similarly, guys, in the double bottoms look like W, guys. It's very simple. Can you see this W, guys? So just look for W at support and at resistance M. It's pretty simple. W and M. Just look for W at support, resistance at M. And trust and remember, double bottoms can be triple bottoms at times. It can be triple and four bottoms at times. So do not get confused. They are bottoms, and that's double. Consider all of them. Consider to be double bottoms. Two of those hits will be significant, and that's what you'll take it as the first and the second one. So do not be confused. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Understand? And again, I'm giving you the opposite directional of the double bottom, which is double tops. It made at resistance. The price hit the resistance first, travels away, and then come back to seek more investment. right? It can come back all the way. It's very, very important. It can come back here, 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 anywhere, but it will not breach. Even if it breaches, it come back in again straight away and remains around that area of the first hit, guys, of the first hit. It comes and then the reversal, guys. This again, entries are concerned. Entries are concerned. This is your aggressive entry. That's your aggressive entry, and that's your conservative entry, guys. You guys understand? This is a conservative entry. Again, this is your reference line, guys. If you seek an entry here, use this reference line to get out of the trade. If the price break and stay outside, retest outside, and that is your aggressive entry, guys. A conservative entry. Again, use this. So if you take an entry, stop loss just below here. Make sense, guys? Use this resistance lines, support lines to bridge your trade. If the price close here, break and close here, that the double bottoms fail, then if the price close outside this, it confirms the journey, it confirms the establishment of the double tops here. And if the price breaches this, which is the break of this M, it confirms this is the exact book entry, by book entry, guys. Understand? Do you guys understand, right? So does everybody understand? The most important of all is double bottoms and double tops, guys. I used to had losses. Trust me, since I started using double tops and double bottoms and was patient, I have been profitable. And guys, do not rush. The price comes, hit the support. Do not try to jump into the trade, guys. Remember, if this is going to be a journey to the upside, the price will seek more investment. Or that's what the market does. 8 out of 10 times, guys. And if she doesn't and straight away go to the upside, for instance, this leg, this move to the upside would not be that stronger as compared to this leg, guys. What is the reason? Pretty simple. This leg has more investment, more buyers as compared to this leg. Understand, guys? Say yes if you understand. So guys, try to focus and trade with double tops and double bottoms, especially look for them on 4 hours H4 and daily time frame, guys. They are very strong reversal patterns. So please follow them. Please follow them. Understand? All of you understand? Say yes. Okay, let's try and find these patterns on our charts, guys. Let's start. First of all, you need to establish the support, guys. Pretty simple. So that is your support, guys. This is EJ, guys. The price came back. This was your first touch, right, guys? That was your first touch. The price rises. So the price came back. First touch. Then the price rises, guys. Right? And then the price came back again. Make sense? So this is the double bottom, right? Does everybody understand? It's pretty simple. And then the price started rising. Make sense, guys? So entries could be on the double bottom. The rejection here, that could be your entry, guys. It doesn't matter. The time frame doesn't matter. What matters is the time frame you're trading. You're trading. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to. It has nothing to do. I see a double bottom on a daily time frame. I'll enter on 4 hours. It does not matter. Again, do not confuse yourself. I've been yelling and begging you guys to understand this confusion amongst the time frames, guys. For God's sake, try to understand the time frame you're trading. You'll be looking on that time frame specifically. For God's sake, only going into the smaller time frame is a zoom in. So please trade. What are you looking in front of your charts, guys? For God's sake, do not start thinking about a double. I'm looking at the daily time frame. I'll go into H4, do an entry there. do an entry there, you see then what happens, you see a sellers on the on the daily time frame, and you go into 4 hours and there are buyers there. When you just open up this trade based on what you're looking on the daily time frame, which was sellers, then guys, you totally forget and ignored what was there on the H4. So please, for God's sake, do not confuse yourself. Do not ask these stupid questions. I've been begging you guys from lecture 1. You are at lecture 5 today, and you're asking me a same question again that you'll see on a daily time frame, and you'll go into H1 and then you'll take a trade there. What if you see a sellers on a daily time frame and then you go on H1, H4 and you see buyers there? What you'll do then, based on your daily time frame, would you take a sell trade then? Tell me. Would you? So then, for God's sake, do what you're looking in front of you instead of maneuvering around the bloody time frames. That's another level. That's an advanced level. If you can't trade a single bloody time frame, how can you even trade multiple time frames, guys? Come on, God's sake, you guys need to understand. I've been saying this and I've been hearing this stupid question again and again. For God's sake, understand, guys. Mark, do you understand this, please? Yeah, okay. So this is your entry, this is your first entry, and that is your second entry here. So this is the double bottom, guys. I'm going to show you again. I'm just showing you, it looks like W. It always looks like W. Can you see this, guys? I'm just going to talk about very few chart patterns, guys, which you just need to focus on. You don't need to focus on 9. You just need to focus on 2 or 3 of them. They repeat on the charts again and again. Establish your eye for identification of those patterns. Trust me, you'll always be profitable. That's all you need, guys. That was the double bottom, guys. Look for the reversal candlesticks here. Look for the reversal candlestick here. That's all you need to see. You see the reversal candlestick, you take the entry on the next candle, guys. Understand? So everybody understand? Again, I said use the reference line, guys. What did I say? Use the reference line. So does everybody understand, guys? Stop loss just below. Use the reference line. Stop loss just below. Manish, you will have the recording. It's not some science, and this is the easiest topic of all, the lecture of all. I'm just talking about the first reversal pattern, which is double bottoms and double tops. The double bottoms looks like W, and the double tops looks like M. So guys, understand the break of this further confirms the trade. Look for the trade on double bottoms and double tops, guys. It gives you more confirmation. It's a reversal pattern. That is the reversal pattern. So everybody understand so far? Say yes, please. Guys, H4 now. The price came down. That is your support, guys. This is the first bottom. The price rises. Price came back to seek more investment, guys. Simple. This could be your aggressive entry, guys. Understand? And then the price shoot to the upside. Make sense, guys? All you need is reference line here as well. Can you guys see the W here? The first bottom and the double bottoms, continuation to the upside. Look for double bottoms and double tops on H4 and daily time frames and trade them, guys. They're very strong, very strong. They are very strong. They're very strong, guys. Understand? Everybody understand? Please confirm. See this, the price came, the first top bottom rises, double top, guys, it's confirmed. That's the first one. That's the second one. It's confirmed. It start rising. That is it. The price rejected from here doesn't matter as long as the double bottom was established. Hence the price bounce reverse from this, right? The support level. That's what important. Understand, everyone? Price came down, guys. The first tap rises. Second tap, guys, confirmed continuation to the upside, guys. Use this reference line like this. What I personally suggest is take a trade after the break of this reference line. Understand, guys? So after the second tap, when the price breaches the reference line, that's where you should enter around these levels. This reference line act as your support level. Understand, everyone? Say yes, please. $1 trillion. Let's see if I could find the trades here. The price came back. First tap. The price rises. This is the double bottom, guys. The double bottom did not went all the way to the support level, but it might go, it might not go, guys. So you need to remember this, and then the price start rising. Understand, guys? I don't care if the price goes up, but as long as the price start rising, so that is my entry, guys. My entry is personally, I always like to enter after the break of this, guys. Remember, this is the secure trade of all. This is the confirmed trade of all, guys. Understand, guys? That's what I personally would suggest. Though you can always take a trade here like this. Make sense? Use your reference line. Yes, I like to enter after the break of this trend line and the closeout retest, close outside. That is the confirmed trade. This is the confirmed trade. Though you can always take a trade here at the second tap, guys. Or just make sure you've got the exit strategy. Based on the exit strategy, I don't give a shit about it. I'll just straight away take a trade on the second tap aggressively because I've got a decent exit strategy, which I talked about earlier today. If you guys remember, say yes if you guys remember. You guys forgot it completely. Do you guys remember or not? Guys, double bottom. The first bottom, price rises. Better money. The price came back, confirms. Makes sense, guys? So wait for the double bottoms. Wait for the double bottoms and double tops, guys. Do not jump into your trade. Makes sense, guys? This is a double bottom again, guys. The price did, the only focus watching, the price did went down, but she came back again. Can you see this? So this is a double bottom. Double bottom shapes can vary a little. It can go down, but if the price came back, so double bottom's been established. Yes, it's been established. Let's take a trade. Simple. So guys, try to take the trades on double bottoms and double tops. You will see your improvement in your results. If you don't see a double bottom formation or double top formation, just forget the trade then. Just fuck the trade. Move on to the next pair. Sorry about my language, guys, but I need to emphasize on these by using that vulgarity because normally we are very fond of these sort of fuck language actually, and these things get easier for us to digest when you use sort of language. And I'm sure not amongst our families, but obviously amongst our friends. Make sense? I personally like to take a trade on the double bottoms and double tops when I'm really carefully trading, guys. I don't like to trade without them. If you don't see them forming at a certain support resistance level, regardless the trade goes into the direction of the reverse from there, it doesn't matter. Forget the trade. Move on to the next pair. Look for the double bottoms, double tops, guys. Your probability will increase. But yeah, you have the exit strategy. You don't even have to wait for them exactly. But I'm just talking about the perfection trade, the trade which is high probability, Armani. Understand? I'm not just relying on my exit strategy here. When it's come to teaching, you teach your kids the best possible way. It is on them to decide how they want to go about it later. You give them all the ammunition, all the tools to utilize it. And trust me, this is the one of the beautiful tool of all. Look, the price came up. It did not establish a double bottom. See what happened. The price went down. Can you see this? Can you see this? So if you had enter, you would have a loss. Instead, the price came, price rises, price came down, established double bottom, right, guys? I will like to take an entry after that. Make sense? So this is the beauty of this. This is the beauty of this. It gives you a definitive certainty on a certain support and resistance level. The reversal is very important. So please, you might be thinking, Vakar gonna teach us 15 chart patterns tonight. Oh, beautiful! Like he was about to teach us 15 harmonic patterns. Fuck 15 harmonic patterns or chart patterns. Focus on the ones I'm teaching you guys. They form again and again, yet again and again. Focus on them. Focus on them. Trust me. You don't need other chart patterns. Fuck them, guys. For God's sake, focus on these ones, and that's all you need to be profitable traders, guys. Make sense? Fuck them. Apologize, my apology. I'm really tired actually and sleepy. That is why I'm using sort of immoral language. But there's always a fun time when we speak without any rules and regulations of morality, and today is one of them, in my opinion. Sunday, happy Sunday, I guess. Okay, guys, let's start talking about the double tops now. Formation. The price came up. I don't like to take a trade on the first tap, guys. Went down and rises up again, right? That is where I want to take a trade. Double tops to the downside. Makes sense? The price came up, went down, guys. Confirmed. I like to take a trade on double tops and double bottoms, guys. Double tops can be like this. Please remember, a tap to the upside. First one, down. Remember, try to understand. The second tap can be lower high, guys. Exactly at the same level or a lower high. Ideal is the lower high, guys. It also shows the weaknesses in the price in the buyers, because buyers trying to push the price up and has failed to break the previous high, right? It shows a lower high, which you normally know, LH. Make sense, guys? Does it make sense? As long as the second tap fails to break the first tap, and that's all it confirms, I like to take the trade on the second tap, guys. Normally, personally, regardless the kind of trader I am, the profitable trader, big accounts, I still like to trade the double tops and double bottoms. It provides me certainty, it provides me more confidence, because what it means is extraordinary money is injected at a specific level, guys. So and there is likelihood that the price will reverse beautifully, more strongly. Uh, you are also okay. Just give me a minute, guys. What are you saying, Jordan? If you trade on the same, you are also in the trade for less time. Exactly, exactly. You're right. Let's try and find out some examples. Price came up, price went down, came up again, and she came back again, and that is. So I'll take a trade on this double top, guys, around here. Makes sense. The first tap and the second tap makes sense, guys, and that's your resistance. Please say yes if you completely understand. Excuse me. Okay, great. Let's. So these are your double tops and double bottoms, guys. That is your neckline. Understand, guys. By books, the most confirmed entry is after the break of the neckline, guys. Can you see this? Can you see this? As I told you earlier. But remember, because this, I've given you a very beautiful exit strategy. You can go aggressive on the second tap, guys. Understand? But At least bloody wait for the second tap, guys. Bloody wait for the second tap first. Understand, everyone? Are we clear on this, guys? Okay, great. So the next reversal pattern which I want you to learn, nipples taken. Two nipples and I double P. Nips? Nipples? Nips or nipples? What are you saying? I talked about vulgarity, but not to this extent, honestly speaking. Imagine we have a woman in this room today, she might be offended. Holy fuck. Shit. Okay, guys. Second chart pattern now. Okay, guys? Are you ready for that? It's not a best webinar of all, trust me. This webinar contains not much that I'll give you today. Honestly speaking, the chart patterns, I don't even like teaching you guys. I just made up this fifth webinar for the sake of the fifth webinar or lecture, to be honest. Otherwise, you might be blaming me for taking the money from you guys, not fulfilling my promise of the five bloody lectures. I have to be straightforward to you guys, and that's what the fact is. You guys don't even need this. I've already given you enough ammunition to trade successfully. But anyways, next pattern, guys, is what? Head and shoulder. Yes, you want, I'm sure. Guys, Head and Shoulder is a shampoo. If you remember, there's a shampoo, right? We use Head and Shoulder. How many of you use Head and Shoulder? I normally always use Head and Shoulder, guys. It's helped me to reduce the dandruff. So from Head and Shoulder dandruff, you will always remember the Head and Shoulder, please. It did help me, and I've always used Head and Shoulder, by the way, since I was young. We need to seek more some and some some input and insight from women's on this. I'm sure because they can better tell you if it works for dandruff because normally they have longer hairs than us, and I'm sure many of you wouldn't even have hairs. Like I see, and Annan doesn't even have hairs. I think he has like small hairs. I think so. Even no need a Head and Shoulder. So yeah, and then you cut the hairs. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking that they naturally have gone, left you for divorced you and left forever. So if you have the hairs, that's nice. Okay, guys, Head and Shoulder. So I invite you all, in respect of the Head and Shoulder pattern, touch your heads and then your two shoulders on the right and left. Come on, all of you. Okay, Head and Shoulder. So we call it Head and Shoulder shampoo, guys. Shampoo. That's all I remember. Head and Shoulder now. So, guys, this is a reversal pattern. Very effective. Very effective. Ideally, the ideal shape of this is this. Yes, I use Head and Shoulder 60% in my trading, guys, to be profitable. Hence, I use Head and Shoulder shampoo as well in respect of Head and Shoulder chart pattern. No, it works. It worked for me. It always worked for me. In trading, it works for me. In on my hairs, it works for me. Trust me. I've really had nice, big, like dark black hairs. It worked for me. Seriously. No, it's this is not comedy. This is the facts. These are the facts. So you need to give respect to Head and Shoulder, please. Head and Shoulder, guys. Head and Shoulder. Okay. Now Head and Shoulder. Crack on this quickly, guys. I want to finish this early so I can go back to bed. I still have the pending dreams what I was watching earlier, and so I need to finish those off. Otherwise, I'm sure people would be happy who was in my dreams earlier. Anyways, Head and Shoulder is what? This is the left shoulder. Yeah, I don't want to get into my exotic dreams at this stage, so I just use the pending dreams. Outstanding, the work that I've left in my dreams, which is outstanding. I need to go back and complete this, guys. for utter satisfaction, ultimate satisfaction. Okay, the left shoulder, and then this is the head, guys. No, no, Manish, they weren't wet dreams, and trust me, if they were wet dreams, I wouldn't be here giving you a lecture this time. We would have to postpone this lecture. Fuck hell's sake. Oh shit. Okay, guys, listen. Guys, focus on this. You guys not taking this lecture towards vulgarity, and I am not paid to teach you the norms of vulgarity here. Instead, I was paid to teach you the norms of forex. So please focus on the forex now. Enough of the bullshit. Come on, guys. This is how it looks like head and shoulder. The left shoulder. What happened? The price rises. Head and shoulder forms on resistance, guys. Understand? In resistance, it can form anywhere, but normally at resistance. So the price rises and accumulates on the right shoulder. That's how it forms normally. Right, guys? Then the price rises. We call it a crown as well. The head is a crown as well, guys. The left, and then the price falls, guys. And accumulates roughly around the levels of the previous on the left shoulder, guys. So do you guys understand this? Do you guys understand this? So guys, that is your head, that is your left shoulder, that is your right shoulder, and this is the neckline, guys. This line is acting as your neckline. Understand, guys? Again, what did I say earlier? All these chart patterns are normally support and resistance. Forget for a second it's a head and shoulder. What they say is open your trade from the neckline. That's what they say, right? They say open the trade after the break of the neckline. So forget head and shoulder for a second. If this is the support level, all you need is to wait for the price to break, retest, enter, continuation to the downside. Make sense, guys? Break and retest. So forget these chart patterns are normally only support and resistance level, support combination of support and resistance and nothing else. So guys, if you see this if you see the formation of this, your trade will always be after the break of the neckline. That will be your conservative trade, guys. Understand, guys. Break of the neckline is your trade. So you guys understand? Guys, remember, in head and shoulder, you'll always have double tops and double bottoms, guys. In head and shoulder, you'll always have double tops. You might have a double top formation here. Make sense? You might have a double top formation. Make sense, guys? Can you see this? A price rises, down, rises again, continuation to the downside. Understand, guys? So on the head, you might see a double top formation, guys. This is why I like to teach the top and double tops and bottoms and head and shoulder together, because they have a combined relationship. Makes sense? Makes sense, guys? So at the head, you will have the double tops formation. Then the price goes down, and to form a right shoulder, and when the price breaches this right shoulder, which is the neckline, and that is where your trigger is. So double bottoms and double tops trigger when the price breaches the neckline. Understand, all of you? And they say the distance from the head to the shoulder is normally the distance the price covers, guys. Understand? Normally that is the head and shoulder patterns. target, and that's all you need to remember as far as the head and shoulder is concerned. Does everybody understand? I don't want to waste so much time in it. It's pretty easy shit. So you don't have to waste yourself time. So guys, remember the price breaches the neckline. It is not a science that because it was a break of a neckline on a head and shoulder, the price will go all the way down to these levels. The price might reverse in continuation to the upside. Again, remember, this is a projection. This is the tool to project, the probability tool, right? It is not a definitive tool. Again, it is only a secondary analysis. Understand? So do not just base rigorously based on this bloody head and shoulder patterns. I'm gonna speak about this in a second. This is an ideal head and shoulder, and the inverse is like this, guys. Inverse head and shoulder, head. I'm gonna talk about different shapes of that in a second. Normally, hardly you find a head and shoulder like this. Ideal head and shoulder. You don't find this. The price comes here. You'll see an accumulation. Then the price rises. Head. And then the price. This is your neckline, guys. Understand? This is the neckline. Normally, there's a distance between the neck and the head, is what the price normally travels. Do you guys understand? Guys, remember this inverted head and shoulder, which forms on support level. You might expect a double bottom at the crown at the head. So you might expect a double bottom here. You might expect a double bottom here, and you might expect a double bottom here on the left shoulder, on the right shoulder, on the head, and then on the right shoulder. What happens? The price makes a double bottom and then breaches this, right? So the price did try to make a double bottom formation, but what happens? It fails and it breaches. Double bottom fails at the left shoulder. I understand this. It fails on the left shoulder, but it never fails on the crown, on the head. If it's an inverted head and shoulder, guys, it forms and went in W forms and goes towards the right shoulder. Makes sense? So the double bottom will always forms at the crown, at the head, like a double top will always form at the crown, at the head, on the head and shoulder, and double bottoms and forms on the head of the double of the inverted head and shoulder crown. Make sense, guys? So you guys understand? So at the head, you will always have a double top and double bottoms. Normally, 99 out of 10 times. Always remember this. It's pretty easy. Does everybody understand? So if you're an aggressive trader, you can always enter here based on the double tops and double bottoms formation. And then when the price established this, you will have confluences of two chart patterns. You have the double bottoms here, first of all, right, 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 and then you knew exactly why the price arrives around these levels. Around these levels, you have another double bottom formation. So double bottom formation will be successful on inverted head and shoulder at the crown, at the head, and on the right shoulder. Remember, you will have a successful double bottom formation here, but the price continuation into the direction of the inverted head and shoulder pattern. Make sense? See this? But you will never have on the left shoulder, guys. So the head and the right shoulder, write this down. Head on the right and the right shoulder will normally have double bottoms, guys, on an inverted head and shoulder, and on the head and the on the head, guys, and the right shoulder, you will normally have double tops, guys. Double top formation, price go. Double top formation, price continue to the downside. Make sense? Guys, do you understand completely? So there will always normally be two double tops and double bottoms. Inverted head and shoulder, this crown would have normally a double bottom, and then the right shoulder. Again, similarly, on the head and shoulder, a head will have a double top, then the right shoulder will have a double top, guys. Guys, do you understand completely the relationship of double bottoms, double tops with head and shoulder patterns, guys? You can use the double tops, double bottoms in head and shoulder to give strength to these patterns, guys. Understand? Amani, Gerard, you guys understand? This is very important. What I'm saying. It gives you more. It gives you more add on within these bloody patterns, which are not definitive in nature. They're not definitive in nature. It helps you to trade them more easily. Confirmations, exactly. Jordan, you understand this? Fuck yes, that's better. I was in London. I was in London. We usually say. How do you guys pronounce fuck in USA? Anybody? Come on. No offense. I'm just gonna speak about something funny here. How do you guys pronounce the word fuck in USA? Come on, anyone? No, come on. It's not the same way. You need to pronounce it first. Don't be smart here by saying the same way. You have to pronounce it. I'm inviting you to pronounce this. It was a word established by the Western by the Englishman, whoever's the Englishman, the language guy was who originated this language. So it's a word. It's not. We're not using it in a bad sense. We're debating the word itself. Come on, anyone. So how does the Americans pronounce the word? Come on, any American here. I'm gonna tell you something very funny in a second. Guys, you're acting so shy on this. Come on, normally you
You
guys
just say fuck.
use this word 9 out of 10 times a day, right? And I'm asking you to speak about it. You're not even saying it. Come on, who was this?
You just say fuck.
Who
Just
was this?
regular fuck. Jordan.
Jordan. Okay. Anybody else from USA? Anybody from USA? I want to see another fuck from USA.
You can
Gerard,
exaggerate and
let's
say
stop.
fuck.
Guys, let's listen. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Come on, tell you why I'm saying this because I find it pretty weird in Manchester, in another city of London, and
Oh.
UK actually, and somebody and another way of pronunciation the word in USA somebody pronounced differently. Anyone? Come on, guy, you're acting like shy, like a woman who's getting an Asian woman who's getting married, and the husband is coming towards her, and she couldn't even speak a single word. For God's sake, you live in USA, guys. Come on, US Americans. You know what they talk about Americans? The difference. Okay, no offense to anybody. But what happened? The British came to the Asian in early 90s, and they came as a businessman. Eventually took over the government. They injected the money as a businessman. They see the opportunity and they involve themselves into politics. Now they say the difference between Americans and the British culture. You know the biggest difference. I'll tell you the biggest difference. I've been to USA. I see the difference right on hitting on my face. The British they say. No offense. I am a British. No offense, guys. See, so first of all I'm offending myself. So that first of all I'm offending myself. So you guys are not offended. Okay, guys. Disclaimer here. If you want to listen this disclaimer, I don't want somebody saying later suing me for offending them during the course of this training lecture. Okay, they say that the example of a British man is this: that the British man will become your friend. He will say that he is your friend. Imagine I'm an Asian guy. The British guy became my friend. So the British. This is the nature of the British. That's normally it is, and it's true to a certain extent. They are very polite. I will be your polite friend. I will be walking with you right on the river bed, corner of the river bed, right? And there's a river, sea, and I'll have my hand right behind your shoulder, and I'm saying that and I'm having a nice walk with you all the way right to the shore of the sea, right at the end, and I'm I'm telling you that I will be your friend forever. We will do the business together and we will live together. And suddenly when I take you right at the corner right, I'll just push you straight away this with a surprise into the water. And that's what they said the British is. British is they are friendly like East India Company. They were friendly, but eventually they have their own motives and eventually they take over you. They just take over you in a friendly way. You didn't even realize They're like friendly, very polite. What they are feeling, they do not like to express on right on their face. Guys, understand? And when they talk about Americans, American, if he wanted to throw you into the river, the point he'll start the walk, he'll be saying to you whilst walking with you, I'm gonna push you into the river. I'm gonna push you into the river. I'm gonna push you, and he will push you right into the river, guys. They're very they're very on your face. They're very on your face. And I've felt the same while I was in USA. In fact, I find offended at times. At least you have to kill me eventually. Do not tell me you are going to kill me. That's how I felt. So guys, come on, anybody. Another pronunciation of the word Fuck. Come on. Guys, if you're not gonna say this, I'm not gonna tell you the funny part of it.
Don't they say fuck in English?
Yeah,
Fuck.
okay. In London, we use the word fuck normally. Fuck's sake, right? In some parts of London, UK, some part of UK near Manchester, near areas here, they use the word fuck. They use literally the
Yeah.
word fuck, Fock. So, guys, from now on, we will not use the word fuck. We will use the word fuck. I think it's more respectable, right? It's not. It's less offensive. I mean, in my way, I think it's less offensive. So hell folk. Okay, crack on. Back on the lecture now. Feck. Now feck means feck sounds even worse, I guess. Folk is fine. Okay, let's go back to the lecture now. So, guys, do you understand the relationship between head and shoulder and the double tops and double bottoms? So, always remember, tell me, anybody, tell me, speak up, anybody. Gerard, you have to speak. How many possible double bottoms will be in inverted head and shoulder, and at what levels they will be? Come on. It is recorded, by the way. And I'm not going to go back and re-record it again. It is recorded, actually. Oh, Gerard, I've asked you a question. Come on. It is. I'm okay. I'm not going to send this webinar to women, female participant. Actually, they might find it offensive and sue me for this language.
No,
Or
they
else
love you. I already
I'll
asked
take
them, but
or else I'm going to take a fucking disclaimer before I even have sent them the lecture. Otherwise, I'm going to say lecture 5 has been cancelled.
No, what I was saying was the double bottoms are in the head and the right shoulder of the inverted
What
head
about the inverted head and shoulder? Head and shoulder, double tops.
in the head and the right of the are double tops
Yeah,
on the
exactly. Look for double tops, double bottoms guide. It gives you further confirmation. All you need is to wait for double tops and trade the double tops and double bottoms, and in a smaller picture within the head and shoulder formation, it's easier for you not to get lost into this. Make sense what I'm saying? Say yes if it makes sense, right? Okay, yes, good. Okay, guys, let's try and establish few double tops and double bottoms. Head and shoulders, guys. Guys, normally you would not see ideal formation of double tops and double bottoms on the charts. Honestly speaking, you won't even see it happening. You will see the weird formation now. You need to get used to it. Now I'm going to show you guys. This is the left shoulder. That is the right crown. And this is slightly your left. Make sense, guys? Does it make sense, guys? And again, you can say this is your neckline. Oh, okay, this is your neckline. Yeah, see this? This is a forked head and shoulder, by the way. So that's your neckline, guys. Remember, it's easier how I trade head and shoulder. I do this. See this, guys? Did you see this? And to measure the head and shoulder, I use this from the break of the trend line. Make sense? From where the price breaches the neckline, and that is where you need to start. Make sense, guys? So this is your head and shoulder, guys. Look, these patterns won't be as clear as they are in the books. So you need to remember this. All you need to wait and see for the head and shoulder. This is your left shoulder. That is your right shoulder. This is your left shoulder, head, and that's your right shoulder. Make sense, guys? Look, it's not clean. It's not neat. Can you see this? It's not neat and clean. Exact head and shoulder is this only. And the price did travel. The price did travel, guys. The exact amount. Let me show you. Can you see this? It doesn't matter if you're not precise on these things will never be precise. They will deviate 15, 20, 30 pips. The shapes would not be clear. So do not be lost. All you need is to see the rough. Yeah, I'm going to show you another one. All you need to see the rough picture of them, an idea. It gives you an idea. Okay, possibility is if the price breaches this level, the price will go down. We do not trade based on head and shoulder. We trade based on the breach of the support level, right? Break, then enter. Yes, Mark, come on. Price action, yes.
Yeah, I have a question. I
Yeah.
was thinking the head was the one on the left, the purple one, the one on the left, and yeah,
If this
and the
is the
shoulders
head,
were
if this is the head, look, I'm going to show you. Look, this is why I say head and shoulder are not definitive. This is the head, that is your left shoulder. You're right, you're not wrong. But I
yeah,
did not,
that's what.
but again, this has failed. It failed. Can you not see the price breaches the head? Makes sense?
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Then look for another one now. If the price breaches the head, forget this. Look for another one. Then I'm going to show you another head and shoulder, guys. You will be shocked to see this head and shoulder. This is a really FUCK'd up head and shoulder. This is your head. That is your right shoulder, guys. And that is your left shoulder. Make sense? And this is your neckline. Make sense, guys? Head, left shoulder, right shoulder. Can you see this? Oh, come on. Okay. The break of the neckline, exact target. Can you see this? It is really a forked head and shoulder, guys. Right? Agrees? As we say in Manchester, forked up head and shoulder. Agree? Everybody agrees? So you need to establish your eye for that. Inverted head and shoulder, I'm going to show you now again. Head. I remember somebody was arguing me the other day when I don't remember who was it, but somebody did argue, guys. Can you see this, guys? Okay. The price didn't go all the way, but then again, that was your head and shoulder. Can you see this, guys? Head and shoulder. Right? Again, I'm going to show you more. Now I'm going to show you head and shoulder. That was earlier was inverted head and shoulder, guys. Make sense? This is your neckline, guys. All of this is your head and shoulder. All of this can be classified as your shoulder because that is your neck. That is your neck. Understand, guys? Shoulder will be lower than the neck. Simple. Just follow. Just try to establish the top, the two bottom surface on the right and left. Understand, guys? Look for the double tops here formation to enter. Double tops formation on this. Double tops formation on this. Make sense? Double bottom formation on this. Double bottom. One bottom. Price came down. If you go to the lower time frame, you'll see a double bottom on this continuation. So this break of this neckline, this is your head. That is your neckline, guys. Understand? See this exact target to the downside. Makes sense? You will see them forming again and again. They're bloody easy. See this. That is your head. You need to have an eye for this. I have an eye for that actually. Can you see this? It is a roughly fucked up head and shoulder, but this is your neckline, guys. Understand? At least this is your target. Makes sense? Another head and shoulder. You will be shocked I'm showing you head and shoulders, guys. Just keep on seeing this. This is your head. I can see this myself. I don't know if you guys can see this. You guys eventually. So just see how many times I'm just trading the bloody head and shoulders. This is your neckline. I've been just trading head and shoulders on Euro US dollar, guys. Makes sense? Now you will see them everywhere when I start teach. When I teach somebody, they start seeing things. Trust me, I am a doctor, operates people, forex eyesight. Just see this. Just see this. Trust me, I am a scientist. See this, guys. Can you see this? How to pick the head and shoulder? The easiest thing is look for the head. All you need is look for the head and see anything underneath on the right and left. Just see this, guys. Just see the beauty of this. Bloody magic. Can you see this? You always count the length from the break, where the price breaks from the level it breaches. Guys, can you see how many head and shoulders I've just shown you on these bloody charts of Euro US dollar, and you've been not focusing on them? Shitloads. Good. So guys, you need to focus on what I'm teaching you. Forget the bloody other chart patterns. Just bloody focus on these. Remember, you cannot just trade with them. For God's sake, you cannot trade with them. You would have the situations where you have an head and shoulder and inverted head and shoulder at the same time, guys. Remember, so you can't trade with them, obviously. Okay, why does the head and shoulder forms? Anybody tell me? Head and shoulders are the deep reversal patterns. They are not, and double tops and double bottoms are normal reversal patterns. They are not deep reversal patterns. Head and shoulders have more investment in them. They are more deep reversal patterns. Now, guys, based on what I've taught you earlier, what happens? Support, guys. The price came in, buyers came in. Look, try to understand. You can see this from two perspectives. Now, understand the market, you need to understand in-depth understanding. But I don't want to go into those deep philosophical uh, uh, reasoning, because you will get lost eventually, because you guys doesn't have an economics education, I'm sure, and that is most of you guys. I'm not saying all of you, but most of you, and that's why I don't want guys to get lost into these economics reasoning. Instead, just focus on the precise knowledge that you need to be a profitable trader. But there are two reasons, there are two aspects, but I'm going to give you the easiest one. It makes the head and shoulder is a deep reversal pattern. What it means is it has even more investment than the normal double bottoms and double tops. The price comes, what happens? The price comes around a certain point. You got the buying investments, the buyers comes in, accumulation, the buyers comes in, guys. The buyers start coming in, so that is why the price stops falling, continue to the downside. So you've got orders, buying investment injecting in, and then what happens? This investment is not very attractive and not enough. So to seek more investment, the price has to go to a better level for investment. What happens? The price goes deep. This is why we call it a crown. The king investor. Understand, now the king has invested. Royal family has invested. We say the crown normally. So guys, understand, this is a deep investment, guys. Understand, so this investment is connected to the promise made here. Now the promise was this. The promise was this, that we'll give you more investment had you provide us a better investing opportunity, and by taking the price to a further deep level provides a better opportunity for the investors. So that is the promise made on this initial point. Hence the price moves to the crown and the royal investment comes into play. Make sense? Understand, guys? Guys, remember, the market moves based on investment. Market doesn't move based on chart patterns. There's a money investing into this. This is not a joke. It is. These are contracts. These are contracts, right? So please, people investing. There are two reasoning. I'm just giving you the easiest one. Otherwise, you get lost. Otherwise, now remember, guys, on Head and Shoulder, it is a deep investment. This investment, investors here, these investors here, these investors here. Now, this investment contract is based on this factuality that there will be substantial investment on the crown if they take the price to a more attractive level, and then there will be the third investment again. There will be an injection of the third investment again on around the right shoulder, and hence the price when it arrives here, it always accumulates. You will always see this accumulation, guys. Accumulation, what's happening? There's more in money being injected. So now, guys, this is a very strong injection, right? It's a very strong injection. Trust me. When it reacts very aggressively. Makes sense? Does it make sense, guys? I'm giving you I'm explaining you in a very easiest way so you guys understand why does these chart patterns form. They are not just chart patterns forming on your charts, guys. And these are the price doesn't reverse from a support and resistance. Support and resistance is just a markup of a level where the institutional buyers and sellers want to invest the money. Let me give you an example. You go to the market, right? You want to buy something, right? You want the price to fall. You want to obviously as a buyer, if you want to buy, you want it to price to come to a certain low level, right? That low level is established by yourself that you wanted to buy, make the purchase on, right? Makes sense. Who does decide it? As a buyer, you said I want to buy at two pounds. 2 pounds. I don't want to buy at 5. If he's selling at 5, I'll say bring it further down, bring it further down, and then you say okay, look, I will buy more, I will buy bulk if you bring the price down. If you further bring the price down, right? If you further bring the price down, I'll make more buying. I'll buy a bigger order. I'll place a bigger order. Reduce the price further. Make sense, guys? So the price reduces to the crown, more investment, and hence the reaction is deeper. There are deeper reversal patterns. So guys, do you understand the reasoning behind Head and Shoulder? Yes or no? Everybody understand? I'm just trying to give you the basic understanding. Do not lost yourself into this. Focus on your charts. You guys are not economists here, guys. Please, you are traders, desk traders. So guys, that is it as far as the Head and Shoulder is concerned. Let's try to figure out a few more on this. Oh, beautiful. Remember, look for double tops and double bottoms, guys, in Head and Shoulders. Trust me, this is double bottom here. So I've got a double bottom here, nice double bottom here. I've got a nice double bottom here, guys, right? This is the neckline. Oh, what a classic Head and Shoulder. Who would miss it? Oh, beautiful, right? Oh my days. This was classic. Oh shit. Yeah, we don't want to use the word F anymore, guys. With due respect, I'm very concerned now, honestly, about the female participant of the training. I'm not sure how they're going to react to it. So I'm really concerned. So this is your head. Yeah, you don't. It's not you, Khudayar, who don't like buying trades. Actually, nobody likes buying trade, by the way, and nobody likes. And let me tell you why. You know, the selling is sharp and deep, quickly. The selling takes place quickly. The buying is always slow. Nobody likes buying trade. But if you want to be a profitable trader, I have to focus on the buying trade. Practice on the buying trade. The selling trades will automatically come to you because buying is difficult, selling is not. You recently noticed it's always been the case. See, guys, the beauty of this breach of the neckline. See what happened, right? Oh, classic. I'm gonna show you a very molested head and shoulder. You see this? Seriously, this is a molested one, by the way. Um, this is the neckline. Guys, can you see this? No, guys, seriously, I'm concerned actually. I don't want people starting filing suit against me for having this lecture was less on forex and more on vulgarity and abusive language. By the way, I had to accept this because I don't like using the words and so. Even I've never used the word fuck when I'm angry at another person. I've never. I hardly remember I've ever done it. Okay, I've never had situations where I had to yell at somebody. I'll make sure somebody else is there to do the yelling and the hand job. By saying hand job, the fight, I mean. But again, you never know. Guys, I'm not yelling at you guys. Trust me. You know the mother, when the mother speaks louder and the children, it doesn't mean she's yelling. She is doing for the betterness of their future. Consider me your spiritual mother here. In Asian countries, no offense, just listen here at me, hear me this. In our community, the teacher, we say a teacher is a spiritual father. We give respect to teachers as spiritual fathers, guys. No offense. We give them respect as spiritual fathers, and in many communities, the teachers been given the same respect, guys. The standard is very high as far as the respect is concerned. And we say another saying of ours in our culture is this: whoever teaches you a single word will always be remain equivalent to be respected as you have respected your parents. A person who can't respect a person who give them the knowledge is not a person. He is not a person. He's not a person. He's not a person. He is like something else. A man would always respect his teachers. Somebody who gave them the knowledge. He will always be in debt of that giving, regardless you pay for it. Pay for their time. Trust me. Respect your mentors. Respect your teachers. Trust me. Trust me. Time will give you respect. Believe me, time will give you respect. Respect your mentors and teachers for the teaching that they had given you. Trust me, that teaching will give you respect in by giving you that financial output. Trust me. Trust me. What I'm saying. Trust me. Forget your success without these norms of respect, of morals, of high morals. Forget it. Forget that success does not come by just working hard. If that is the case, there are millions of people working hard, more hard workers than myself, and still I am more successful than them, right? So it's not about my hard work, based on my hard work. Bullshit. This is bullshit. Not just based on my hard work. Yes, hard work is an important factor, but trust me, you need to be blessed. Oh. Let me show you a failure head and shoulder, guys. I'm going to show you confusion. So this is why I say do not trade the head and shoulders based on just head and shoulders. See this? Normally you would expect the price to break the neckline. She never breaches the neckline. She went to the upside. Can you see this, guys? So you have to be very careful, my friends. You have to be very careful. You will see many head and shoulders, in and head and shoulder. This is your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. That's your neckline. Make sense? Yeah, you will always know, come on, that the price is at a support level, guys. So the price can breach this. Price can breach and continue to the downside. Possibility is, but price has to break. Simple. Again, we are trading support and resistance. The price didn't breach this support level, guys. A retest. There was a break, no retest. Break, no retest. Continuation to the upside. Makes sense. Makes sense. And double bottoms here. See this. First bottom, second bottom, right? Take an entry. First bottom, second bottom, take an entry. So always the relationship between double bottoms and double tops and head and shoulder is very important. Understand, everyone. Okay, great. Guys, I wanted to teach you a few more patterns, but I think I'll end on this head and shoulder and double tops and double bottoms, guys. You don't need anything else, honestly speaking. Just focus on this. Go back to your charts. I don't want to give you four chart patterns here that you forget. You messed all of them on your charts and lost the focus. Instead, the patterns that I've given you, focus on them, guys, and you will be successful. You will be successful. See, you need to establish the eye of that. You see, did you see how easily I've show you so many head and shoulder patterns, guys, earlier? So you need to establish the eye for that, and that is the key. Forget other chart patterns. Other chart patterns, you will always be trading them correctly because they are support and resistance. Let me give you an example. Now, rising wedge. Can you see this rising wedge? Rising wedge always breaks to the downside. Forget the chart pattern. All you need is just focus on what? The support and resistance. It breaches, retest, take an entry. Make sense? So I don't want to teach you this. I don't want to confuse you this between a chart pattern and support and resistance. Just focus on the support and resistance. This falling wedge. Obviously, if the price breaches the upper trend line, it retests, you take an entry to the upside. Forget the falling wedge breaking to the upside. Forget it. These are just support and resistance shapes. That's all. Make sense? Can you see this, guys? All these support and resistance. Understand? You draw the trend lines automatically. It break, retest, you just take an entry. Forget if it's a bullish or the bearish chart pattern. Make sense? That is the reason I'm not teaching you this intentionally, because I don't want to confuse your mind in so many chart patterns. Two chart patterns are relevant, which are slightly different than, and which are double tops, double bottoms, and head and shoulders. And that is why I've given you that lecture on those ones. So does everybody understand? If you understand, please say a big yes. Nice. Okay, guys, as far as the talk on money management and risk management is concerned, I will have a separate session on that. I don't want to mix that with this discussion. But as far as the technical education is concerned, I've completed my training with you guys. That is the end of my training course. You need to go back and practice. Please focus on the first three lectures. These are important, guys. Go back, practice, become profitable traders for 6 months. Come back to me, guys. I will teach you harmonic patterns, further harmonic patterns if you want to learn, which you don't even need to learn, to be honest. And I will teach you the Elliott wave if you want to learn advanced Elliott wave. Elliott wave will take you at least 6 weeks of training. Just Elliott waves. To learn Elliott wave, it takes you 6 weeks, guys. It's not a joke, actually. So if anybody interested, it's a 6 weeks training. I am willing to give it to you guys. And fundamentals, guys, I'm not okay. Fundamentals, I'm not giving you the lectures on fundamentals purposely. I don't want to confuse you guys with fundamentals. So forget the fundamentals. Just focus on your technical trading. Forget the fundamentals. Ichikomi Cloud, again, I'm not teaching you guys. Again, these are advanced levels. I don't want to. Okay, the reason I'm not teaching you guys is I don't want to confuse you guys. Understand what I'm saying? Why I didn't just teach you the other chart patterns, guys? Tell me. Because you will confuse yourself amongst them. You will be seeing, oh, it's a bullish, it's a wedge, it's rising wedge, falling wedge, and then what will happen? The price will break on the other side, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Wedge doesn't work for me. So I don't want to confuse you guys on this. So focus. What I've been begging you guys, focus. Lecture 2, focus, guys. to take the trade. Forget everything. The focus has to be there. The focus is the most important thing, and trust me, what I have already given you is even difficult to focus with all this knowledge. Guys, do you need to focus on this? Okay, I will have a scalping webinar later on at some stage. Give it 2 weeks. Let me finish with another group, guys. Go back, practice on your charts what I'm teaching you guys, and I'll give you a small lecture on scalping. Again, ask me why the reason I doesn't want to teach you guys. Let me tell you, there was a student, I was teaching her the same thing. She was saying to me, okay, teach me scalping. Okay, I got overexcited with that student. I gave her a lecture on the scalping. Now, the scalping is different when you're trading scalping than trading on higher time frames, right? And she doesn't have all days available to trade every day as a scalper. She's working 4 days a week and 1 day she's off. And if you're scalping, you have to be present right in front of the computer, right? So she was mixing what was happening. There was always a fear of mixing the normal trading and the scalping. Now the key is the consistency of uniformity of the operation, uniformity of entry, uniformity of exiting the market using the reference line. 10 trades, what I was discussing earlier. If there is no uniformity and you're selective, then forget your results. Do not judge yourself based on one. Makes sense? So, yesterday what I said to her, look, forget the scalping, for God's sake. Just focus on the way I've asked you to trade on higher time frames first. Trade successfully for like 6 months, a year, go back to scalping. But when you're not even successful on trading higher time frames, how would you expect yourself to be successful at scalping? Come on, guys. Please, come on. So again, I will give you the lecture. I'm always here for you guys. You can always contact me. I'm always here. Again, I will have a weekly 2 to 3 hours webinar, guys, that you need to attend, which really help you guys, which really helps you to improve your trading. Because now I'm not going to teach you specifically each individual things. I'm going to show you the confluences of all those 5 lectures and just show you the entries and exits, entries and exits, and that is what you need to be a profitable trader. So stick with me with my weekly webinars. You will become a beast traders. And the guy who's asked about the money management, I don't want to add the money management right now into this discussion, Jordan. I will have another lecture maybe in 2-3 days, a small talk on money management. So do not confuse yourself. Let that discussion for another day, right? Come fresh, because that discussion is the soul of what I've given you so far. Without that soul, the body that I've established in 5 lectures is of no use. Make sense what I'm saying? So if the soul isn't there, forget the fucking body, right? You don't need the body. Burn it, as Indians does, and bury it as Christian and Muslim does. Anyone else? Okay, guys, let me stop the recording first, then I'll take your stupid questions. I'm willing to open myself to the questions, even they are intellectual or stupid, guys. Just give me a minute. Thank you very much for attending my training, and I hope you enjoy this training. I hope it makes some difference. Trust me, my intention was not to teach you guys. My intention was to train you, and I'm here to train you. And guys, you need to give at least 6 months to my training, practice of 6 months before you can call yourself a trader, profitable trader. And after 6 months, if you're not a profitable trader, from today onwards, come back to me, guys. There will be a fault that we need to fix then. There will be a terminal disease that we need to operate, guys. Trust me, 6 months. Remember, to be a doctor or a lawyer, it takes 4 to 5 years. Doctor, 6 years. Economist, 4 years. So become a trader, give it a bit of respect. Give this profession respect, at least decent 6 months, guys, which isn't nothing. At least 6 months. This is a profession. Being a doctor gives you a dentist. It's like a lot of money, right? That's what the people says. And hence there is a lot of education that you need to do to become a qualified doctor, to earn that sort of money. So in Forex, you earn 16 times higher than what the doctors earn. So give this profession a respect of at least 6-8 months, guys. Come on. You don't want to say like in 3 months you would understand the Forex. If you're not profitable in 3 months, you'll say this is not for me. Actually, I'm going to leave it. Come on, for God's sake, guys, give the right respect to the right profession. Make sense? Makes sense what I'm saying, guys? For God's sake, say yes. Okay, let me stop the recording. I'll take your questions. End of the training, guys. You are open to any questions. If anybody's struggling with any lectures and any specific topics, always come back to me. I'm willing to help you guys. And again, I will have a weekly webinar, guys, 2 to 3 hours long. You need to attend that webinar, and every week, continuation of your education. Trust me, those webinars onward for the next upcoming weeks and months will just change your life as a trader. Do not listen to anybody. Do not listen to any trader. Listen to the price action. You don't even have to listen to me. Listen to the bloody price action. If I speak against the price action, don't listen to me. So stop getting impressed by other traders. They are nothing. They are nothing. Do not get impressed by the decency of beauty of the charts and incitement and inducement. Do not look on those charts the way you don't need. You don't need the outskirts beauty. You need the substance that matters. And I've given you the enough institutional reasoning that nobody can fool you anymore around. Nobody can show you. I'll show you another way of marking support and resistance. And that way of marking support and resistance really works. Fuck them, guys. Come on. You know the institutional reasoning behind support and resistance. So do not get impressed and buy and start purchasing new courses. Focus on what I've given you, guys. This is institutional, and that is the reality. Trust me, this is institutional reality. The rest is just bullshit. If anybody talks different, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Make sense? Say yes if it makes sense, guys. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. I'll take the questions for 15 minutes. Just give me a minute.
Thanks, Waqar. Oh, you stopping the recording?
Let me stop the recording first. Thank you.